UFC middleweight Kevin Holland has developed a reputation of being a crime stopper over the past few years by doing things such as breaking up a shooting in March of 2022 and stopping a car thief in October 2021. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to stop the thief of his own vehicle in Houston, Texas.
Someone broke in my truck last night, stole my bag. My bag had my pistol in it. I hope the gun backfires on you, or I hope it jams when you're in a shootout and you get popped, you fucking pinche me wede.
Broke my window. Oh my god. Oh, pinchy. Like, bro, I don't even understand thieves. You broke the window. You at least would have emptied the car. He left the Jordans in there, brand new box of Jordans. I appreciate that. My boy took the little bag. He took the homie's bag, but at the end of the day, bro didn't even go in the middle console and get the money. Y'all don't even know how to rob these days. You millennial babies are stupid.
Despite the incident, Holland maintains that Houston is his favorite city, and as far as lessons learned from the incident, he says, keep it on the hip, not in the whip. Holland will look to take out some of his anger in the cage on January 11th at UFC 311 when he takes on Rainier de Ritter. Holland will look to knock him out, and de Ritter will look to take the fight to the ground and tap him out. That'll be on the main card of UFC 311, which looks great. 2 title fights, Makhachev versus Sarukian, Dvalishvili versus Nurmagomedov. You got 2 former champs, and Prochazka versus Hill going at it, as well as Dariush versus Moicano, and Holland versus de Ritter. Youssef Zalal has a big fight coming, a huge opportunity for him. He will be taking on Calvin Kattar February 15th at that fight night card at the UFC Apex in Vegas. With a victory, Zalal wouldn't just break into the rankings in the featherweight division, he'd break into the top 10. Zalal is currently unranked and Calvin Kattar is ranked number 10. Zalal had a tremendous year returning to the UFC. He was cut from the UFC in 2022, but he worked his way back into the UFC, won 3 times this year, all by submission. He beat Billy Q, Jarno Aarons, and Jack Shore. Kattar is trying to get out of a slump. He lost 3 in a row against Aljamain Sterling, Arnold Allen, and Josh Emmett. Zalal versus Kattar, though, is expected to be 3 rounds, so it wouldn't be the main event. It would be expected to be the co-main event, though. Henry Cejudo's manager says that Henry Cejudo will be fighting a top-ranked bantamweight next. O'Malley is injured. Umar Nurmagomedov is fighting for the title. Petr Yan's coming off that win over Davison Figueiredo. Corey Sandhagen is a possibility. He needs a fight. He's ranked number 4. Henry Cejudo is ranked number 7. Then you also got Marlon Chito Vera, ranked number 6, right ahead of Cejudo. That's a possibility. They never fought before. It won't be Mario Batista, though.
What have you done? 2 losses in a row, 7 fights. Okay, but look who I lost to. At that time, the guy that was a current champ, and the other guy is now the former champ. Yeah. Are you gonna fucking nut grab? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna stick against the cage like you did with Aldo? I don't think you'll stay there, but he'll be. I won't stay there. Exactly. I won't stay there. I have a meeting with Hunter, and whatever Hunter wants, he can do it. Whatever Hunter wants. Yeah, whatever Hunter wants, because you know what? I want it all Valley. Of course. There's a lot of people that I want. There's a big ass fucking thing. Take the fight. You haven't done anything. Yeah, come on. You haven't done anything. We're stopping. Olympic champ. Flyweight champ.
Colby Covington's kind of sounding like his old rival Kamaru Usman these days.
This guy got me at 30%.
But Colby does continue with the excuses for his performance on December 14th against Joaquin Buckley in Tampa.
You know, the fight, was just getting warmed up. Everybody knows I'm a 4th and 5th round fighter. I just get started in those championship rounds. I could have finished him in that 4th, 5th round. He was breathing heavy. He didn't have much more to offer. He wasn't going to be able to have much volume in those last rounds. So I feel like I was going to be able to take over in that fight. It was a close competitive fight. He didn't outclass me. He didn't drop me. It's unfortunate. It sucks, but it's out of my hands. I wasn't even training. I didn't even have a training camp together. I literally, had to put my favorite fighter of all time, Chael Sonnen, the undisputed, undefeated, Westland gangster, as my head coach and switch everything around. Didn't have any training partners, didn't get a proper training camp like this guy. He was in training camp for 12 weeks. He was preparing for the best version of someone. I'm coming off the couch. This guy got me at 30%. I still should have beat him on no notice. But we'll come back stronger from this like we always do. Every setback is the perfect opportunity for a comeback. I love fighting. I love the UFC. And I love proving people wrong. strong. So they're going to be surprised for what's in store in the future and how motivating I'm going to be. I'm going to get back into training camp, and I'm going to grind like I've never grind. I want to go out on top, and I want to finish my career the right way and leave a great legacy where people will remember me as one of the greatest welterweights of all time.
Colby talked about stopping the fight in the 4th round and 5th round against Buckley, but he never stops guys in the 4th and 5th round, and Buckley was not slowing down. He wasn't slowing down like where he was going to get stopped in the 4th or 5th round. As far as what's next for Colby talked about fighting Gilbert Burns, and Burns was down, but it sounds like he might be matched up with Michael Morales. UFC's probably going to start doing the same thing with Colby Covington, or try to have up-and-coming prospects try to make their name off his name as they're trying to do with Michael Morales and Gilbert Burns. There's 3 welterweight fights on the next UFC card, Jan 11th. Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Carlston Harris, Puna Soriano versus Uros Medic, and Andreas Gustafsson versus Preston Parsons. The champion of the welterweight division, Belal Muhammad, has joined the training camp of Islam Makhachev and Umar Nurmagomedov, led by Khabib Nurmagomedov at the UFC Performance Institute in Las Vegas. Since Umar's whole training camp is there, Merab has to work around his schedule because the UFC doesn't trust Merab around Umar. Jacob Malkoun was forced to pull out of his scheduled bout against Rodolfo Vieira due to injury. Andre Petroski wants to replace him and fight Rodolfo Vieira on the February 15th card at the UFC Apex. Petroski lost to Malkoun in March via a bizarre TKO in the 2nd round, where Petroski appeared to stun himself during a takedown attempt. But following that defeat, Petroski has managed to bounce back with a couple wins. In July, he won a unanimous decision over Josh Fremd, and then in September, he won a decision over Dylan Budka. Similar strategy, uses wrestling to outwork Budka on the ground and secure the win. Against Rodolfo, though, the ground is much more treacherous territory to work in, so he may have to adjust his strategy a little bit, maybe strike a little bit more. Alex Perez, Coach Plinio Cruz turns 39. He's a former Cage Fury Fighting Championship heavyweight champion, but he ended his career with a record of 8-9. But he gained much respect as a coach, and he won MMA Coach of the Year at the MMA Awards at the beginning of December. Francis Ngannou is happy 2024 is over. It's been by far my worst year ever, talking about the tragic loss of his son Colby this year. A beef between 155er Michael Johnson and 205er Jamahal Hill wasn't expected, but that's what we got after Michael Johnson said some things about Jamal, and Jamal fired back. Now Michael Johnson fires back. LOL, we're not gang, and I was just speaking facts. Work on your grammar before talking shit. I don't go on social media talking shit. You know exactly where I train. If you want to say something in my face, you've been there before. If Jamal does show up at the gym to defuse the situation, someone will throw some gloves at Jamahal Hill. Thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, you can via Super Thanks. You can comment through the Super Thanks feature, and you can also get channel memberships.